Morning, I'm Dave Canterbury with Wilderness Outfitters Archery, also home of the Pathfinder Training School. What I thought we'd do today is I'm out in a little piece of woods here. It's kind of a woodland island, about 10, 15, 20 acres. It's between two CRP fields and backs up to a creek bottom, a place I like to hunt a lot. I also camp here once in a while, especially during the deer season. But I brought my 30-piece kit out today, and I thought we'd kind of go through some of the items inside. Understand that there's a lot of comfort items in this kit. Once you get beyond the 2, 3, 4 days into the woods and you're going to stay a week, you're going to want some items to keep you comfortable when you can. The Pathfinder system is based on self-reliance in that if any of these items were to fail or get lost or damaged, I can survive without these items if I need to, and that's what the Pathfinder system's all about. In the meantime, there's nothing wrong with having a little comfort when you're out camping or you're out in the woods on a scout or a trek, and you want to go as light as possible if you can, but you also want to have things that are going to make it easier for you to sustain yourself for those 4, 5, 6, 7 days, whatever it is you're going to stay out there, realizing that, of course, if something happens to them, you can go on. You don't have to pack up and go to the house because you don't have a skillet. You don't have to pack up and go to the house because you don't have your tent. You can deal with that in that situation, and that's part of what the Pathfinder system is about, is learning how to deal and do without those creature comforts, as it were, that we have in this kit. Okay guys, let's talk about what this kit is in first before we go over the items within this kit. This is the Snug Pack Rocket Pack. I sell these on my website. They're made by Snug Pack out of the UK. I am a direct distributor for Snug Pack as well as Proforce in the US. I do have several of these in stock right now. This is a very good item, and I want to go over this with you a little at a time, but I want to go over the items in this kit as well. We have done a review on this pack, but there are some things that we didn't talk about this pack is able to do or capable of doing that you need to understand so that you understand what a good pack this really is. Okay guys, on the side of this rocket pack there's 2 rockets. As you can see, these are rocket pouches. They're both removable. In between the one rocket pouch and the pack, I have my 6x6 or 7x7 Versus Shelter tarp. That's what I'm going to lay these items out on in front of us here. So I'm going to pull that out, but bear in mind it's stuffed in between one of the rockets and the pack itself, and I'll show you how that works here in a little while. Okay guys, here we got our rocket pack laid out in front of us, laid down. One of the things I wanted to show you on this pack before we start tearing into it and taking it apart, in case you haven't seen the review on this pack, on the bottom of this pack right here there is a zippered compartment that has 2 different rain sleeves in it for this pack. One of them is a desert color, as you can see here, and one of them is a camouflage, and these are just a rain fly that you can use to pull over your pack in case it would start to get bad weather while you're out and you're packing this thing around with you. And they all fold back up inside this thing on the bottom of the pack, and then it zips up just like that and has a covering over the zipper. And that works out real well. Okay, this is the camouflage rain fly pulled all the way over the top of our Snug Pack, and in the back it has hooks that you can hook it, and it also has a pull on here with a tie down so you can get it tight around your pack and keep it waterproof while you're traveling. Then when you're done with it, you're just going to have to pull the hooks off and loosen it up, and you can strip it right off the top of your pack and tuck it back down to the bottom again where it came from real easy, and it folds up real nice. Okay, getting down to some of the meat and potatoes in this kit here and what we got inside. Let's start with the rockets, and what I'm going to do is these rockets are both removable. On the outside of the first rocket I have my Kaminga compass attached just to one of the straps, so I keep it outside where I can get to it all the time. And it is a Kaminga military compass with the tritium glow. It will glow for 10 years in the dark. I'm sure that you're all familiar with this type of compass. It's the kind that the US military uses. And this is the compass that I'll choose if it's going to be a long-term scout or hunt situation. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take these rockets off one at a time and go through them first. They have straps on them that are very convenient for compression. The rockets themselves have loops for those straps. They come off very, very easy. They have nice heavy-duty tie downs on them. Once you pull those out, the rockets actually just zip completely off, just like this, on both sides. There's a flap and they zip completely off. They have clips on the top to hold it on. and the whole rocket comes off just like that. Now inside this side of my system, where the pouch is for like a water bottle or some other type of accessory, I have a strap system here that actually works with the rockets to use them alone without this pack if you're going on a short scout away from your camp, and I'll show you those here in a little while. I'm going to set those aside with the compass, and we're going to go through the contents of the first rocket. Okay, first rocket pack. Inside the first rocket, I've got some dried ham in here, salt cured ham, and I've just got maybe a half a pound in here at the most, and this is just for like a trail snack, or if I want something quick and warm to eat and I haven't got any game, I usually keep just a small package of that with me, and I can cook that anytime I want to. I also have a spare Got Design 32-ounce bottle that's full of water, and I have one bag that has clothing in it, extra clothing. Like I said, this is going to be, you know, for multiple days. I just have one pair of heavy hunting socks. I have my toboggan or hat. I called this toboggan in one video and somebody didn't think that was the right terminology. That's what we've always called them since I was a kid, but anyway, it's a hat. I have one pair of Rail Rider Versatac pants, an extra pair of long Under Armour, a long sleeve Under Armour type shirt. I also have a toboggan made out of merino wool from Australia that I use when I'm sleeping in the evening, or when I get up in the mornings or in the evenings when it's cool and I don't really want to put a heavier hat on. I'll put this on instead, and it keeps my head good and warm. Okay, so all my clothes are just in a small, like a stuff sack. It's made of like a parachute material, nylon. Like I said, what you have to remember is you're just taking a spare set of stuff with you that's different than the set you're wearing. Right now I have a shorter pair of Under Armour pants on underneath these. I have a heavy pair of pants on that are made out of like a jean material, and I also have a short sleeve Under Armour shirt on underneath this, and then I have a layering type shirt over top of that. I think this one happens to be Columbia outerwear if I remember right. And then I'll carry usually a heavier jacket that I'll introduce to you on another video, because we're going to start carrying it on our website. But this set would complement this set. So I've got the long pants here, the short pants on, lighter pants inside, I've got heavier pants on. I have a spare pair of socks in here. I also have a long Under Armour type shirt on, I have a short one on. So this is just a complement, so I can interchange what I'm wearing to different types of layering systems depending on how cold I get.